Hello and Happy New Year to my beautiful Cancer friends and family. Welcome to your January 2021 Intuitive Energy Forecast. My name is Lisa Lyle and this is my channel here on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. And as the message goes on, if you resonate, please give a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. That kind of engagement on pages that you enjoy really support the content creators here on YouTube. So for that, I am grateful. We're going to get right into it because I thought I would have these out. It is the 2nd of January. And so we're just going to tune into the energy of Cancer for this month. Energetically, this month, astrologically, is setting up to be rather intense. So for those of us who thought we would come into 2021 and things were going to shift, not really. Not really. Yet there are so many positives here because I feel 2021 being a universal 5-year is a year of a great shift for all of us collectively, and an opportunity for each and every one of us to stand in our sovereignty as divine beings, directly connected to Source. So we're going to check in first with your chakras and see which one is speaking this month, which one is looking for your attention, needs your support, and is opening and expanding. And for you, really beautiful, you've got number 47 here, and this is the crown chakra, and it speaks about guidance. Number 47 is an 11. So for you, Cancer, this is really an opportunity for you this month to really set the tone for your whole year, stepping onto your path of mastery. Okay, and it talks about support, love, signs, and direction. So I'm really feeling guided. First of all, I'm noticing the sun here. And this is really saying, like, get outside while the sun is shining. The sun is the giver of life here on this planet. And it's so important, particularly at the beginning of this year, to create some routines in your life around the energy of the sun. So, perhaps getting up and witnessing the sunrise, and then taking action throughout the day. My ears are going crazy. They're ringing, both of them. So you may be experiencing this as well. And it really speaks about receiving the guidance that's coming to you, and an opportunity for you to really, integrate the guidance. And you can do that easily through your connection to nature and the sun. I really do feel this is a year for most of us, if not all of us, to really refine our self-care practices, refine our devotional practices through meditation, body work, energy work, and that kind of stuff. I'm also hearing, I see this as a compass, and they're saying to me to remind you, Cancer, that your heart is the intended compass, the intended guide for this lifetime. So tune in and listen to what's going on in your heart and take action accordingly, okay? So let's tune in with the angels, gods, and goddesses and see what message they have for my beautiful Cancers. There we go. This one keeps coming up. The angel of psychic ability, which is really connected with this guidance card. You are receiving, and the fact that both of my ears were ringing like crazy here is indicative that you are receiving. So pay attention to what you're receiving, because your intuition, Cancer is a very intuitive sign. Your intuition is high, and pay attention to it. Don't disregard your intuition. Trust what you're feeling. Aside from anything outside of yourself, aside from anybody outside of yourself, it's most important this month, Cancer, that you really get clear and stand in your personal power, knowing that you are receiving, knowing that you do have psychic abilities, knowing that you are highly intuitive. We all are. And I feel like for you this month, it's really about nurturing your abilities, nurturing your gifts. It says here, your intuitive and psychic abilities are strong at present. So what I'm hearing is pay attention. Again, don't disregard your own inner knowing. If you're being called to take action in a particular direction, and it's 11:22 right now as I'm sharing this, if you feel you get an intuitive nudge, a gut feeling, act accordingly. Okay, act accordingly, and trust that you are eternally guided by Source. You are eternally connected to Source, and you are sovereign in your divine birthright. So, I'm hearing you are your own guru. So next from the ancestors. Oh, this is beautiful. So the love from your ancestors is Lady. You get the Lady card here, and it says, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So I feel January is an opportunity for expansion of your gifts. I do feel for you, Cancer, that there's also an opportunity here this month for you for some deeper healing. And it feels directly related to your connection to nature. So really do make sure you're getting outside and enjoying nature and really extracting what you can every day. All the joy and the sweetness of life, extracting that. What am I feeling here? What I'm hearing is know your worth. Know your worth. And if you have been one of those, Cancer is a very nurturing sign, this mothering energy. And I'm feeling guided that you are meant to direct that nurturing and that mothering towards yourself this month. Focus on self and know it is not selfish. It's actually incredibly sacred, and it's a beautiful, beautiful gift, as well as a beautiful act of self-love. Okay? So next I'm working with this deck called Beyond Lemuria. And the intention of working with this deck is really to connect you with your most ancient aspects of self at the highest frequency that you are able to hold in this lifetime. And from that time, calling that energy back into the here and now to support you in really bringing forth your gifts, to really align you with your path of service in this lifetime. Oh, and you got the freedom card, number 25. So that's a 7. So freedom is born through your physical body. What I really love here about the dragonflies is dragonflies always really connect me to the ancient wise ones. And it's almost like every time I connect with dragonflies, it's like connecting with our star family, if you will, our galactic family. And when I see them, it's always like a visitation from the beings of light. So this card also really speaks to me about freedom comes from honoring your truth. Okay, so honoring the truth within you. I feel the presence of Archangel Michael strongly around you and encouraging you to honor your truth and speak your truth. And do so from the purity of your unconditionally loving heart. And to make sure that you are unconditionally loving yourself and trusting and honoring your heart. Okay, so it does feel like some of the changes for you this month, Cancer, are about your physical body. So if you haven't been feeling great, then what could you do? What could you do to support your personal well-being? Perhaps it's eating better. Perhaps it's getting more rest. Perhaps it's more exercise, meditation. All of these things are really going to support this feeling of freedom, because we are free, right? And this is what we really, I feel like 2021 is going to support collectively, is this idea of freedom. No longer do we no longer do we consent to being governed because we are sovereign. Okay? So the guidebook here says living the life you love, liberation as a shift in perspective, the many facets of freedom, inviting enjoyment and inspiration to your life, discovering what freedom means for you, overcoming limitation, unbound creative expression, choice over obligation. Freedom means living as you choose, with your wings and heart open, able to direct your reality as you want. The quest for freedom in one form or another seems innate, and in Western culture, the path to freedom is often equated with money. Ironically, chasing wealth can have the opposite effect due to the lengths taken for it to be acquired. It is possible to weave a life in thriving alignment with our soul's calling while financially supporting our realities. You may picture freedom in its more extreme guises, but when we truly feel free, our lifestyles may not change drastically. It was 11:11 there. It is more of a state of mind. The only change that might be that you are choosing to live in a certain way rather than feeling obligated. We may move through periods in life in a dazed blur of routine. What seemed like the dream career or lifestyle may have become somewhat of a prison. We may feel stuck, blocked, or uninspired. We might know deep down that it's time to step into something different, but we feel tied to what we have set up for ourselves, perhaps financially or because others depend on us. It may feel like something needs to change externally before you can make a step, but it doesn't usually work that way. As scary as it may seem to get off the self-perpetuating spiral, we need to initiate our own change. Small changes that don't impinge on your work or family can be enough to tell the universe that you are ready for something else. Think about where you might find inspiration, then begin researching and try it out. Try a few new things. This will help you shift the direction of your inner being. Before you know it, opportunities will start to open for you. It will then be your choice to follow a new path or to continue as you are. Letting go, trusting, and loving without limitation are also a big part of internal freedom. There are lots of ideas about what freedom can be. Having a framework for what can be means that even more freedom can flourish. Complete freedom can also be overwhelming, confusing, or ungrounding. Structure and security are friends of freedom. They support fun, safety, expansion, sustainability, and exciting possibility. So the divinatory meanings are bring a deeper sense of freedom to a situation. A limitation may be a state of mind. A shift of perspective can help bring a sense of lightness and choice. Also consider what freedom looks like to you in the bigger picture of your life. If you are feeling stifled in an environment, it is up to you to make a change, and pleasurable moments or practices that cultivate a sense of greater freedom in your day-to-day life. If you are currently experiencing greater freedom, you may be feeling unsettled. Consider Consider whether it is the kind you are looking for. If you feel ungrounded and lost, perhaps you could add some structure to your world and optimize your freedom. And this is what I was mentioning earlier, Cancer. It's really about getting grounded. And the Lady card really speaks about the need to get out into nature. And as a water sign, ruled by the moon, it can be you can be rather ungrounded. And so really, getting out to nature, touching a tree, bare feet on the earth if that's possible, and really breathing in and welcoming in all the support that is freely given and offered to each of us through our connection to nature. And perhaps bringing more, I'm noticing my little marble queen pothos back there, and really feeling like perhaps it's about bringing more plants into your home. As you can see, I have quite a few in this room, and I believe I have about 130 in our home. So really, that can also support tending to plants it can be really supportive to ourselves, as well as we nurture our plants and watch them grow. It really is a beautiful reflection of what can happen when we nurture ourselves and the growth that we can experience. So finally, we're going to get into an affirmation card for you, an affirmation for you to work with through the month of January and perhaps the whole year. I didn't mention at the beginning, but if you are interested in your own personal 2021 energy forecast, it's month by month, so you get a minimum of 12 videos, which are put into a private playlist for you. If that sounds like something that you might be interested in gifting yourself this year, you can find information and the link to schedule that in the description box below. So let's tune in and see what the affirmation is for Cancer. This is so beautiful. Path awareness. And it's a number 30, so it's a 3. 3 is the number of the Trinity. So the Trinity within each of us, the Divine Mother, Divine Father, and Divine Child, Mother, Father, God. It's also a number of creation. So what is it that you would like to create in your life this year? And get clear on that, and use January as an opportunity to get clear on that. Maybe stepping back from some of the obligations that you feel that you need to focus on and look after, and instead shift the focus to yourself and your own experience and what's going on in your day-to-day life and how you're feeling in your day-to-day life. So, and again, the this flower here and the way that her eye is shining is really speaking to me, Cancer, of the need for you to get outside and really reset your inner clock, your inner clock, if you will, and 11:33, resetting from within, and do that with the cycle of the, because you're very much connected to the moon, obviously, it's your ruling celestial body. So perhaps it's time to tune into the sunshine, because the moon can be quite shadowy, right? Especially the dark moon phases and all of this, and it can bring up a lot of shadow stuff. To balance that, get out in the sunshine. Do your thing while the sun is shining, and perhaps creating some routine in your life that honors the rising of the sun as well as the setting of the sun. And when the sun sets, that's the time for you to go within and really focus on, self-care practices, doing what really fills you up, what supports you in feeling lighter and lighter and lighter. So your affirmation is, if I sincerely ask, I am always guided back to the right path for me and to my central purpose. If I sincerely ask, I am always guided back to the right path for me and my central purpose. If I sincerely ask, I am always guided back to the right path for me and my central purpose. So Cancers, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I wish you an abundantly blessed and incredibly peaceful 2021 as you reclaim and stand with confidence and courage in your divine sovereignty. Until next time, Cancer, take good care.